Monument, and we're going to spend the morning hiking around, seeing some of these cliff dwellings. So we just put our hiking boots on and got our water and stuff like that. So we're just starting on the trail here. Nobody here, just a couple people. But we're here right at the opening, so that's good. It's 37 right now. So we came across this thing on the trail. It's the kiva. It's the center of the community. I would say it's about, I don't know, 50 feet across, maybe 10 feet deep. And it used to have a wooden roof on it, apparently. And they put a fire down in there. And it's for meetings and education, things like that.
Ceremonies.
So, just to get the lay of the land, on the one side of the canyon are these rock cliffs. I don't know if they're sandstone or what. And then if we swing around to the other side, it's another canyon wall, but it's different. It's not as steep. It has some vegetation on it. And then down in here, over this little mound, I think there's a little river down there that would run through the bottom of the canyon. So there again is the, let's call it the right side, and this is the left side. We're walking up, I guess we're going north, right up the canyon. Okay, we just came down the trail a little more, and there appears to be a wall out there. I'll bet it's like a corral or something for animals. We'll come up on it and see. Okay, so we came up on this structure. It's not a corral, it's the remnants of an old pueblo, I guess I'd call it. See, it's divided into these rooms. And apparently there were like, if you count them all, there's about 100 rooms. And I guess they had up to 4 people per room. So this is like a housing for about 400 people. And it's right in the bottom of the valley. The river would be over that way, down in by those trees. And then up here is that other side of the valley, which we're heading up to now. Oh, they go right over there too. Yeah. Oh, and here's another small kiva. I just spotted this. I guess this was one for the people who lived in this thing. Yeah. That one's nice. And then there's another one right over there. Here's some more of the housing or homes. And they're all hooked together. They're not separate. And here's Here's another shot of that kiva, a smaller one than that first one. Here's another one that's not in such good of shape. And then over there, there's some more of the walls for the houses. Quite interesting. This must have been like the center of the town, or the center of the pueblo. Okay, so we're walking up towards this one side of the canyon where the caves are. I'm looking down, and that's the area where the homes were. Okay, so I think we're going to enter the area where there's some caves. Apparently there's a whole lot of caves, but we can only go in the ones with ladders, of course. So we're going to start our way up, see what it's like. So we're making our way up and can get a good view of the housing area down there. And there's the other side of the valley again. Really nice area. If I come over this way, there's a ladder leading to one of the caves. So we're going to go up in there, check that out. Okay, go on up. Tell me what's up there.
A little cave that you can just fit in with a little fire pit.
Okay, I'm going to come up and look at it. Okay, so here's the inside of the first cave. Not that big of an area, but you can see the ceiling is all black from smoke. And there's a flat area to sit, and then there's this fire pit that's dug in the middle. I'd say it's about 6 by 8. Yeah, 6 by, maybe 7 by 10. Interesting. So here's another ladder into several caves that appear to be hooked together, so we'll go up there and take a look. There's several down there and 2 or 3 down this way. And this would be the view from up here down into the valley.
Steve's climbing up here into the little cave dwelling. And he's coming out over here.
Yeah.
There he is.
This is all hollowed out up here. There's several hooked together. They all have burnt ceilings. Okay. Okay, so there's the ladder. You come up and then this is, you can't see too well in here, but there's a bunch of interlocking caves, and they all have the black ceilings. Here, look, this looks to be a fire pit of some kind. And this is what's in back of me. Here's a fire pit in the floor, and then this goes over that way. And then here's the outside again. Okay, we're moving down this very narrow path. I'm not sure where it's going to lead. I don't know if I'll fit through here. Okay. We made it. Okay, I'm just shooting straight up from the path. I don't know how high that is, but it's straight up. And then we're going to come down this way here. And there's a big opening there with the ladder. I'm going to go check that one out. Okay, here's the entrance to that larger opening, and apparently this is a kiva that's built into the wall here, so we're going to go check it out. Okay, so we're inside of that one. It's huge. I can stand up in it. The top is black and the sides are white. They got all these fingerprints on them, finger hand marks. I think somebody put them there. I don't think those are original. And the floor looks like it's been reinforced with some concrete.
It was used for weaving, ceremonial weaving.
So this is the big kiva. And there's the ladder we came up. We're not taking this trail, but apparently there's a trail that goes up this way that leads out of the canyon. And the historians are saying that this was the way in and out back in the day. You can see a wall there for the trail, but it leads to a campground now. It's a 1.5 mile hike there, and then 1.5 miles back. So we're going to pass on that one. And then over here is a nice cliff of some sort. I don't know what the name of that is, but that's cool. There's some more caves, dwellings. The book says these, you can't get in these, but the book says these are multi-storied. So you go in the bottom and then there's ways to get up. So these here appear to be, I don't know, I guess 3 stories, something like that. There's some petroglyphs. I don't know how they got up there to make those, but there are some up there. Okay, so we're coming to a section here where it looks like you've got a combination of the houses. You can see the old foundations here with the caves in the back. So you get the best of both worlds. There are quite a few up in here.
There's a petroglyphs here above the top row folds.
Oh yeah, and then there's a lot of
It says they're turkeys, dogs, and light
petroglyphs up there, but I don't think this camera's going to make it out. There are quite a few of these houses here. And then again, if you go across, that's the other side of the valley with the river down below. Just a few more. And a lot of the cactus plants. And this is where the houses end. Okay, we're coming down from that loop that goes to the caves, and this last cliff here with the double-decker, cave house combos. I think that's called the long house because there's a long row of foundations there with caves above them. And then as you continue down the valley where we're at now, you can see it's no longer the geology changes a bit. You don't have that nice vertical wall to make your cave in, so that's the end of it, I guess. So now we're going to walk down into the bottom of the valley where the trees are, and there's a river, so go across the bridge, go to the other side, and head back. So we've come to this trail that leads to the alcove house. It's 140 feet of vertical ascent on those wooden ladders. We're deciding whether we want to do it or not. I think we may walk to it and then just check it out and then make the decision. Okay. So we spotted this deer at the side of the trail. Hopefully he doesn't attack. And he's just eating. It's a nice day for him. Long winter's over. So we reached the end of the trail to the alcove house, and we're checking it out. Apparently you got to walk up, you got to cross the river again, then walk up here, then you start hitting these stairways, and it goes straight up there somewhere. I kind of lose sight of the people. There's a few people up there, so I guess we're going to give it a try.
I'll wait till you're halfway down, okay?
We're about halfway up
Let me know when you're comfortable.
to the alcove house.
I know it, 'cause you might
So
have
that's
to
the bottom of the canyon.
In other words, I gotta force you down.
We've come up a couple of these ladders, and then we're gonna go up that ladder,
Yeah, the problem is I gotta
and
get
then
out
there's
of the
another
ladder.
ladder, and then we're up. So it's very hard to breathe up here. Not much air. So here we go. The ladder of no return. So this is where we're heading. Laura made it up. I'm not up there yet. But it is quite the trip up those steps. This must be like a lookout. It's the main lookout spot at the end of the valley. So we're up in this big alcove, I guess you'd call it, up at the top of the canyon wall. And they've got some sections roped off. Too dangerous to go out there. This thing here looks like a kiva. They don't want you to walk on the roof of it, but it looks like another meeting place. But from up here you can literally see across the entire valley. Here's a picture from the kiva, from the valley side. Okay, Laura's heading down. There's some folks coming up. Okay, Laura's going down the last flight. This one isn't too bad. It's the middle ones that are treacherous. Okay, she made it. Okay, so we're heading back to the starting place. It's about noon, so we've been on the trail for about 3 hours. We've got a 1 mile hike back to the visitor center, so that's not bad. Very good weather day. It is getting windy though, so we'll see if we see any deer on the way back. Maybe we will. Okay, so we're on our way back, and the one deer that we saw coming in has now changed to about 7 or 8 deer. And they've got this little area here in the pines that they're grazing in. This one coming right at me, a nice mule deer. Seems like they made it through the heart of the winter pretty well. They still have their thick coats. I imagine they're going to start to shed those pretty soon. Here's a couple up here. They're just chilling out. Oh, 3 up here. Look at them.
7 total.
This one is the closest one. They're just chewing something. Well, we made it back to the visitor center. It's a really nice day. That wind's coming up though. And I think we were the second or third car here this morning, but lots pretty full now. So it's very windy. We're at the back at the camp, not the camp, but the visitor center. We're going to put our shoes back on, take our hiking boots off, and go find a place to have lunch. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.